Hey guys, you're back here with Credit Connector. Remember, this channel is only about you. I want to help you guys understand your credit, fix your credit, and leverage your credit. Also, remember, I'm still dropping my VIP school link, which that is a membership, mentorship that you guys can still get in for free. Also, if you guys have any friends, any relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel, Conecto de Crédito. So in this video, what we're going to talk about is Navy Federal. Everybody loves Navy Federal. The good, the ugly, and the bad. Okay, so we're going to give you certain things that you might not know of Navy Federal, or you might have heard something different in another channel. So I'm here to give you all the truth. One thing that I'm going to tell you about Navy Federal is that's going around, the midnight hack and all that. That's not true. It doesn't matter what time of the day you apply, you always have the same benefit. Think about it. Nobody's going to be standing behind the computer waiting to answer your call or to answer your phone call when you're trying to get into Navy Federal. Everything basically is AI automatic. It's with computers, and maybe that worked 10 years ago, but definitely that is not the case now. So when you're trying to apply for Navy Federal, there's no good time. You can do it at any time, okay? Also with Navy Federal, something that is happening, they've been burned so much that they have tightened all their little prerequisites to get in. So basically, they're still lending money, which is a good thing, but it's a little bit more tougher right now. Before, they were just giving it right and left. That's not happening anymore. As of last year, they had so much loss in revenue that basically right now, when you apply, it's not that you're not going to get approved, but they make sure you have all your ducks in a row because they are checking everything, okay? Their AI is basically checking everything. You don't want any hiccups, and you want to make sure that you don't owe any money on outstanding credit cards, and your utilization is very high. So that's something you need to know about Navy Federal. Also, Navy Federal, it's still one of the best or the best credit union in the United States, okay? They are still giving their credit card, their flagship card does go up to $80,000. But remember, if you have several cards already, let's say you have 25 on one card and 25 on the other card, even if you get the flagship card, that's only going to be $30,000. They only go up to $80,000 on their credit card, either on one credit card or combine. Okay, so you want to make sure to understand really how Navy Federal works. Also, with Navy Federal, they are still doing the pledge loan hack, where you can basically give your money to create a trade line, and you can, pay once it hits your credit. You can pay 99% back or 90% back, and the rest they will keep it depending on how many years you finance with them. So it would show that, let's say 60 months, 5 years, that your payment would be maybe $5 a month or something. So that's a great way to create the trade line, the pledge loan hack with Navy Federal, because once you pay that amount, they do return your money. So this is an awesome way, but just make sure that you do get in the legit way. Don't try to create something that's not true, because if they verify it later on, they are going to close your account. So it's very important, see if you can find somebody that's in the military, and you can basically, do the roommate hack or something like that, or, your parents or your siblings or something like that, because right now they are checking everything and double checking everything because they've had a huge loss. Also, remember, with Navy Federal, you always want to build the internal score. You want to have an internal score with them, at least of 250. I believe it goes up to 450. So this is really important to know about Navy Federal as well. Navy Federal as well, I can tell you that as moving forward, what I've heard is that even though they've become strict and all that, they're still lending money, especially if you already have relationship with them. Okay, so let's say you were already in the Navy Federal family. all those restrictions are really not going to apply to you because you already built a relationship. That's why I always tell you relationship is so important with any bank, but Navy Federal is very big on relationship. I remember Navy Federal, you can get in anywhere you're at. I'm here in Miami, Florida, and I know for sure that here in Brickell, they do have a Navy Federal office. Um, my grandfather was in the military. Unfortunately, he passed away. So that's one way that I, was able to get in. But remember, a lot of people played that grandfather, card. And then what happened was that when they verified, because they do go back and verify, it might take 1 week, it might take a month, but they will verify. They will band you. And then later on, if you do have a legit way to get back in, they're not going to let you in. So you want to make sure to try to get in with Navy Federal the legit way. Okay. Also, Navy Federal does offer great personal loans and business loans. So this is something a plus. They do have their APRs and their interests are probably lower than the conventional bank. So that's why you always want to try to get in with a credit union. Remember, credit unions are for the people. Okay. They're for us. Banks are there to make money. Obviously, the credit unions have to make money as well, but they're a little bit more flexible. Okay, they're really there to help the people, especially this credit union. Remember, they're for the military, and they do want to help our veterans out there fighting for this country, which is very important. And congratulations to you guys, and thank you for your guys' support. But remember, always try to do everything the correct way. Okay, guys, give me a like and subscribe. That's the only way I'm going to get to know you guys. Join my free mentorship. Right now it's free. We're growing it. We're going to start going live, but in the future, I am going to start charging, and we're going to bring other people to give classes in that mentorship. So there might be real estate, credit cards, all the, business compliance, how to fix your credit, and so on and so on. So also remember, I got my Spanish channel, Conecto de Crédito, okay? And remember, this is very important. This channel is just for education reasons only. I am not an attorney and I don't give legal advice. I always tell you guys, go do your due diligence because data points change from one day to another. I might be telling you this now, but as soon as I hang up, guess what? Everything changed. So you want to make sure to go out there, do your due diligence, check your data points, and you want to make sure that before you apply for any card, you know where they're going to pull from, and you always want to take a look at your credit. It's very important. That way you know that your credit, there's no hiccups. When I was doing funding for all my patients, I would see a lot of patients telling me they had good credit. When I ran their credit, they wouldn't get approved. Why? Because they had something that was on there recently and they didn't know. That's why I always tell my clients, check your credit first, either on the commercial side or on the consumer side. This is really important, guys. Okay? Until next time with Jackie.